Shalom, friends. This is Mayim. Welcome to Hebrew with Mayim. And in this Hebrew lesson, we're going to be talking about the Torah portion, Miketz. Miketz. And we're going to learn about how to distinguish true Torah teaching according to Rabbi Nachman's Torah commentary on these first three verses that we'll be covering from the first aliyah of the Torah portion, Miketz. And Miketz is found in Genesis 41, verse 1 through 44, 17. But again, we're only going to be covering the first three verses in this lesson. And the picture in the background of this presentation is actually the Nile River or a part of it in Egypt. And that's what these first few verses is about. So let's go ahead and start. Okay, so before we get into the Hebrew lesson, I'd like to just read through in the English what we're going to read, okay? It says here, it came to pass at the end of 2 full years that Pharaoh was dreaming, and behold, he was standing by the Nile. And behold, from the Nile were coming up 7 cows of handsome appearance and robust flesh, and they pastured in the marshland. And behold, 7 other cows were coming up after them from the Nile, of ugly appearance and lean of flesh, and they stood beside the cows which were on the Nile bank. Now, it's just 3 verses here, but Rabbi Nachman has a lot to say. So very interesting in the Hebrew here, it says, Shnatayim Yamim, and it's translated as 2 full years. The literal Hebrew says 2 years of days. That's what it literally says in the Hebrew. Shnatayim is 2 years, and Yamim is days. So 2 years of days. And of course, you know, the Peshat, the literal interpretation is it means 2 full years. All of the days that comprise of 2 years. But Rabbi Nachman also says that when one is searching for God, that a day is like a year. And I think that's so true. When we're searching for God, God has the ability to advance our spiritual knowledge, our spiritual understanding of Him, of His Torah, of the Bible in a very short time. What would take a very natural mind, maybe a full year to understand, you know, when imbued with the Spirit of God, with the power of God, with His understanding, you can accomplish so much more in just a day, in just days. So that's true of someone who is truly searching for God. And I've heard testimonies like this before. Someone at our in our Havurah, she was saying that, you know, when she first started studying the Bible, she didn't really understand what she was reading. And so she just started praying and asking God for wisdom and understanding. And all of a sudden, they just opened up to her and she just started understanding. It was almost like a miracle. Now, Rabbi Nachman also says that Pharaoh can stand or can represent someone who claims to be teaching Torah. So Pharaoh, he was like a man god, right? So according to the religion of Egypt at that time, Pharaoh was a man god, and so he spoke the things of God even though he was a man. And Rabbi Nachman has this analogy where Pharaoh is like someone who is not grounded in the Torah, is not grounded in the Word of God, but yet he purports to speak the things of God. He claims to speak the things of God, but yet he's not really grounded in the ways of God, in the ways of the Torah. And then when it talks about the 7 cows, 7 were handsome, and then 7 were ugly, right? And Rabbi Nachman says that in order to distinguish true Torah teaching. He says that someone who truly teaches the Torah brings blessing, as promised in Leviticus 26. When you are learning from a true Torah teacher and applying the Torah to your life, it should be bringing blessing to your life. Torah is for life. It's for life, not death. It's for life and blessing when we keep and we study the Torah. And so if we are learning from a corrupt source, if we're learning from someone who is using the Torah but explaining and teaching things according to his own interpretation, his own imaginations, then it's like the ugly cows, and it brings no blessing. It does not bring truthfulness and fulfillment in our lives. It's like the ugly cows. So I thought that was just really powerful and awesome. So now let's go ahead and get into our Hebrew lesson. Let's start with the Hebrew lesson. This is a Vav, and this is a Patach under the Vav, and this says Ah. So this syllable says Va, and this is a Yud, and this Shava is silent. This is one syllable together, Vav, the Patach, and the Yud. The Shava is silent. It says Vai, Vai. And this is a Hey, and this is a Chirik with a Yud. The Chirik Yud together says E. So this is He. Okay, so Vaihi. Vaihi means and it came to pass, or and he was, okay, or and it was, okay. You can also translate it that way, and it was, or and it's masculine. It's and he was, okay. And then we have the mem with a chirik, and this is me, and then the kuf with the tsere. This vowel is a tsere, and this is a tsari, so feet. So this is ketz. Altogether, the syllable says ketz. Miketz. Miketz means at the end. Okay, at the end. So and it was at the end. And then we have a shin, because the dot is on the right hand side with a shava. In the beginning of a word, the shava is pronounced. So we're going to say she, she. And then we have a nun with a kamatz, which says as. This is na, shena. Okay, so shena. And then we have a tav with a patach, which says ah, and that's one syllable. So this is ta, shena ta. And then we have the yud with the chirik, which says e, and then the mem sofit at the end. This is all one syllable. So this is yim. So this is shena ta yim. Quickly, it's shnatayim, shnatayim. Now, shana is year, and shanim is years, plural. Shnatayim is a pair of years, 2 years. This ayim ending usually means a plural, but two, like reglaim is 2 legs or 2 feet. Yadayim is 2 hands or 2 arms. Shnatayim is 2 years. Okay, and then we have yud with a kamatz. So this says ya, and then we have a mem with a hirik, and the yud together says e. So this is me. So ya, me, and this mem sofit closes out this last syllable. So this is mim, yamim. So yamim means days, plural. Yom is 1 day. Yomim is days, plural. So 2 years of days. Okay, there's an implied of here. Shnatayim yamim, 2 years of days. And then we have a vav with a dot through it, so it says u. Okay, so this is u, and this is a fe with a patak, so it says fa, u fa, and this is a resh. The shava is silent. Shava is usually silent in the middle of a word. We're going to pronounce this all as one syllable, so this is far. U far. Okay, u far. And this is an ayin with a cholem. And this cholem says oh, so this is o, and this is a hey, so oh. So the ayin is not really silent. It's actually a glottal stop. So it's oh. At least say oh. So don't say u faro. Don't make resh part of this syllable. Resh is part of this syllable. It's u far o. Okay, so o. the glottal stop is kind of like when you say oh, like the oh, the o is separate from the right? So ufar o. It's a separate syllable. Ufar o. The resh is not part of this syllable. Ufar o. Okay, so that's the how to pronounce that more correctly in Hebrew. Ufar o. And this means Pharaoh. Okay. Ufar and Pharaoh. Okay. And Pharaoh, and this is a chet with a cholem. It says ho. Don't say ho. Don't say like a long O sound. It's a short O. Ho. And this is a lamed with its sere. This is le, and this is a mem sofit. It closes at the syllable. So this is lem. Cholem. Cholem means was dreaming or just dreaming. It could be translated as dreaming, was dreaming. Either one is fine. Cholem. And Pharaoh was dreaming. Ufar o cholem. The accent is on lem, and here the accent is on o. Ufar o cholem. Okay? And Pharaoh was dreaming. Next we have a vav with a shavad. We're going to pronounce the vav here. Ve. And this is a hey with a chirik. So we're going to say he, vehi. This chirik says e. And we have a nun with a tzedek, so it says with a hey. Ne. Vehine. Don't say vehine. It's not so like, don't be like a. It's hine. It's a shorter sound, okay? Vehine. And the accent marks, see, this is the accent mark. The trope marks are the accent marks. The ones that you don't really recognize as vowels, those are the trope marks, and they also serve as the accent marks. So the accent is on the last syllable, vehine, which means and behold, okay? And vehine, behold, okay? And then we have the ayin here again, ayin. This is the cholem with the ayin, and this is o, okay, o. And then we have a mem with its sere and the dalet right here, and it says med, omed. Okay, so don't say omed, say omed, okay, omed. And this means standing, was standing. Omed was standing. Standing or was standing. It's the gerund form, active participle, I think it's called. It's like present tense. He was standing. And then we have the ayin with the patak, which says and then the lamed, so al. And this means on or upon. Here it's translated as by. So by or upon. And then we have the hey with the patak, which is ha. And then we have the yud with the shava. And this is actually one syllable, so it's hi. We're not going to pronounce the shava, okay? It's just hi, and then the aleph right here with the cholem says o, and then the resh says r, right? So or, hi or. And so this means it's translated as Nile. It's more like a stream or canal, but by implication, it's talking about the Nile. When in the Torah, I believe all the times that this word appears, it's talking about the Nile specifically. I think in another place, maybe in Daniel or something, it's talking about the Tigris. Don't quote me on that, but it means stream or canal. But in the Torah, it's usually referring to the Nile, which is why they translate it here as the Nile. Al Hayor. So Vayhi Miketz Shenataim Yamim Ufaro Cholem. Vehine Omed Al Hayor. Okay? And let's go to the next verse. In the next verse, we have the Vav again with the Shava. So it says Ve. And then we have the Hey with the Chirik. So this is He. And the Nun with the Tzere. And the Hey, it says Ne. Vehine. And behold again. And then a Mem with a Chirik and a Nun Sofit says Min, which means from. And then we have hey with a patak that says ha. And actually, this is the same word as we had before. So hay or, min hay or. So from the Nile or from the stream or from the canal, min hay or. And then we have the ayin with the cholam, this is o. And then the lamed with the cholam, it says lo. And we close out the syllable with the tav, this is lot or lot. And this is the word coming up, okay, or ascending. They were ascending, we're coming up, we're ascending. And then we have, or going up, you could also say going up, coming up, rising up, ascending. All of those would be okay. And then we have the shin with a segel, says she, and a vet with a patak and the ayin together says va. Sheva, the accent, the throat mark is on she. Sheva, not sheva, but sheva. Here the accent is on lot or lot, right? But here it's on the beginning, the first syllable, sheva. Sheva means 7. Okay. And then we have the pei with a kamatz, which says pa. And then we have a resh with a cholem vav, and the tav together says rot. Parot. Parot. Remember here I said when we say faro, we don't say the resh together because we have the shava. The shava makes us stop. Okay. Ufar, and this makes it a separate syllable, o. Ufar o. But here, in this word, it goes all together. We say parot. This resh is part of this syllable, okay? And the accent of this word is on the last syllable, parot. And parot means cows, plural. A para is one cow. It's a feminine word. So parot is cows, even if it's talking about, male and female cows, the feminine is parot. The plural would be parot for both male and female. But so this is cows plural, but it can be talking about both male and female cows together, a mixture of them to make up the 7. And we have the yud with the shava, which says ye, and the fe with the cholam vav, which says o, and the tav to close out the syllable. So this is fot. So yefot, yefot. And the accent is on the last syllable, fot, yefot. Yafeh is a beautiful or handsome. Yafot is handsome or beautiful, but plural, okay? And it matches the gender of parot. The adjectives always match the gender of the noun that it's talking about. So parot yafot, beautiful or handsome cows. And then we have the mem with a patak, which says ma, and then this is a resh, and this is all one syllable, mar. And the shiva is going to be silent. Then we have the aleph with the sego, and the hey together. This is one syllable, says e. And the accent is on this last syllable, this throat mark right here. So this is mar e, mar e. The aleph is also glottal stop. So mar, and then e, mar e. Okay? And this means appearance or looking. So cows, handsome looking or handsome of appearance, mar'eh. And then we have the vav with a dot through it. So it says u, which means and. And then we have the vet with the shava. This is not going to be pronounced, it's going to be uv, uv. And then we have a resh with a hirik with a yud. Together says ri, uv, ri. And then we have aleph with a cholem, which says o, and the tav together says ot. And the accent mark is on the last syllable right here. Ot, uvriot, uvriot. Actually, with the yud. This syllable is with the yud. Uvriot. And then this means, well, it's here it's translated as robust, but this is also in more modern Hebrew, we can translate this as healthy. So, and healthy, and then we have a bet with a kamatz, which says ba, and then a sin with a kamatz, which says sa, and the resh closes out the syllable, and the accent is on the syllable, so this is sa. Basar. Basar is translated here as flesh, and in modern Hebrew, it means meat. So, and healthy of flesh, or or robust of flesh, and healthy. It had healthy meat. It was a healthy cow. Some translations also say fat, but fat, in the English language, it connotates unhealthy, and we don't want to say that. These were healthy cows, good-looking cows. Uvriyot basar, and healthy. They had healthy flesh. And then we have a vav with a patak, so it says va, and this tav with a hirix, and then the resh all together. It says tir, batir, and the sheva right here is silent, batir, and this is the ayin with the segol, and the yud together says vatir and there's the sheva makes it kind of like a stop. So this is we have to say this separately. Vatir and then the nun with the kamat, when the hey together says na. Vatir ena, and the accent is on the ena part. Vatir ena. Okay, vatir ena. And this means, and they pastured, or and they grazed, or and they fed, something like that. Vatir ena. And then we have the bet with the kamat, which says ba, which means on the or in the. And we have the aleph with the kamats, and this is the accent mark, and then we have the chet with the vav with a dot through it, so it says hu, ba'ahu, which means marshland or reeds. Okay, ba'ahu. So this is vehine min hayor olot sheva parot yefot mar'eh. So yefot mar'eh, they were handsome looking. Uvriyot basar, and handsome of flesh, or healthy meat. Not handsome, but healthy or robust in flesh or meat. Vatir ena, and they graze ba'ahu, in the marshland or in the reeds. And then the last verse, and I'm not going to do it letter by letter this time. I'm just going to read through this. Okay, this says vehine, which means and behold. Then we have sheva. Sheva is 7. Parot, again, is cows. Sheva parot. And this is acherot, which means after them. Cows coming after. Olot, again, which means coming up. They were coming up. Acharehen, after them. Acharehen. So, these two words are related. Acherot, after, and acharehen, after them. So here it's translated as other. So 7 other cows ascended or rose up after them. And then we have min hayor, from the Nile again, or from the stream, or from the canal. Ra'ot, this is appearance again. And ra'ot mar'eh. So, actually, sorry. This is appearance. Mar'eh is appearance. Ra'ot is like a bad appearance. Ra'ot is a bad appearance. Ra'ot mar'eh, bad appearance. And this is vedakot. And that's lean. Vedakot basar, lean of flesh or lean meat. They were skinny. Okay. Vata amodena. It's a long word. Vata amodena. So this is actually, the accent is on, there's 2 accent marks here. There's a mod right here, and there's a secondary right here. This is the main one. This is a secondary one. Vata amodena. Okay, which means, and they stood. Okay, and they stood. And this is etzel ha-parot, or besides the cows. Etzel ha-parot, beside the cows. Al sefat hayor, which were on the Nile. Okay. So al is on, and sefat is like on the edge or on the bank, and hayor is the Nile or the stream. So on the edge of the stream, or on the edge of the Nile, or the bank of the Nile. Okay, so etzel is beside. Right here, etzel, beside. Okay, now let's read the whole thing together. Vehine sheva parot acherot olot aharehen min hayor raot mar'eh vedakot basar ותעמודנה אצל הפרות על שפת האור. Thank you so much for learning Hebrew and a little bit of Torah life coaching with me. And I hope this was a blessing to you, and stay tuned for more Hebrew lessons. I'd like to invite you to visit my website at www.hebrewmime.com. That's HEBREWMAYIM.com. And you can click on the button to sign up for free lessons, free Hebrew lessons, to your email, delivered every week or so. Sometimes I miss a week. Sometimes I'll send more than one email for that week. So again, just visit my website, HebrewMime.com. And I also have special sections here. Not only can you sign up for free Hebrew lessons to your email, but you can also get my playlist to learn the Aleph Bet, even Aleph Bet with Elmo. And I also have a section on learning various Jewish prayers and blessings. I also have you can see all of the Hebrew lessons from Genesis to Deuteronomy. And what else? Oh, I have a section on ancient Hebrew. Learn how to pronounce the Hebrew letters in the ancient Hebrew pronunciation, the ancient Hebrew tongue. I have some lessons on how to trope or chant the Torah, specifically lessons for that. And then I also have links to if you're interested in getting more formal biblical Hebrew lessons or modern Hebrew lessons from a good friend in Israel. So you can check that out as well. So just visit my website at HebrewMime.com. Shalom. Would you like to become the healer of your home and your community and create a profitable online health coaching business? Are you interested in becoming a health coach, a naturopath, an herbalist, or a nutritionist? Do you need help finding the right program for studying holistic health and healing? Or perhaps you already have certification, but you're still not confident enough in healing people and don't know how to build a business that will empower you to have an impact and allow you to leave your regular day job. Are you ready to get a deep and comprehensive picture of holistic health and healing and learn from top healers in our day so that you can stop being stuck in a job or a career you don't have a passion for? Heal yourself and others without the need for pharmaceutical drugs with harmful side effects, doctors, or even dentists. Become more knowledgeable about holistic health and healing than most medical doctors who have graduated from medical school without spending hundreds of thousands of dollars and years of time in expensive medical schools or programs. Build a health coaching business that will allow you to work from home and achieve time, location, and financial freedom. Aruka.com empowers people to become the healers of their home and their community by equipping them with naturopathic herbalism, health coaching, and online business and marketing skills. My name is Maim. I'm 42 years old and a homeschool mom of 7 beautiful children. These 2 in the photo are my October babies. I became a naturopathic herbalist and health coach in order to take charge of my family's health when the modern medical system kept failing us. We were spending thousands of dollars on insurance and other medical expenses, but they did not have any answers for our health problems. Working from home has been such a blessing for us. I used to work at the NASA Ames Research Center as a computer scientist/engineer. But being able to have an online business has enabled me to surpass my income at NASA and to be there for my family, homeschool them, take care of them, watch them grow up every step of the way for 18 years now. I started Aruka.com in 2009 to help people become healthy and heal themselves. I've coached all sorts of people, and eventually even medical doctors and nurses started coming to me repeatedly for help, for various health issues for themselves or their loved ones. I help people heal themselves of serious diseases such as cancer, heart disease, and high blood pressure, diabetes, as well as other common issues such as hormone imbalances, abnormal bleeding, migraines, eczema, kidney stones, gallstones, cataracts, and even urinary tract infection. Various people began asking me to start teaching what I know about holistic health and healing, including 2 medical doctors who have become very good friends of mine. When I realized that there was such a demand for the knowledge I have that even medical doctors were telling me to teach, I shifted the focus of Aruka.com, and now we teach people how to become confident healers through our naturopathic herbalist and health coach certification program. We help people become healers of their home and community and create profitable online health coaching businesses. If you're interested in becoming a holistic healer, please visit our website, aruka.com, ARUKAH.com. Again, that's ARUKAH.com. Hope to see you there.